Hello and welcome to the 2013 Hogoheegee Tournament Preview Show. This is Dylan Hutton along with Coach K. Wood. We're here at a soggy Patrick Henry High School getting ready for the George Wythe Patrick Henry first game of the tournament. How excited are you for this game?
Oh, this is, well, one, I'm shocked that we're having it today, but that goes to Coach Cannon and his staff for getting this baseball. It looks beautiful. The baseball field looks like it hadn't even had any rain on it. So if you're not here and you think, oh, they wouldn't play today, then you underestimated Coach Cannon and his, what would you call it, his skill of
maintaining a field.
Yeah, maintaining the field. So
he can work a field over, that's for sure.
He really has. It looks good, and looks like we're just getting everybody's kind of relaxed, getting ready to take some warm-ups and get ready to play some baseball. So I'm excited.
Yeah, George Wythe doesn't seem like they're very ready to take the field and do their warm-ups. I think Patrick Henry's got to start that off, though. So we hadn't done any in and out yet, so they haven't taken it infield. So sort of a shock here. We're getting close to game time, 12:44. Maybe George Wythe's waiting on the rain.
They were waiting on the rain. That's what I would think. It almost looks like by their demeanor that's kind of what they were. They didn't expect to come and play today. I guess they expected to show up and this thing be water all over it. But like I said, Coach Cannon does not let it.
No, he's not going to let that
happen.
He was probably up here all morning trying to get it. The way it looks, he has been.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, he's put a lot of work in it.
There's no mud around home plate or anything, and that's a place that gets washed up every now and then, especially where runners are coming in and out of the box there. But it looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and talk about the baseball bracket as far as an overall bracket. Our first-round buys, Chilhowie and Holston, are sitting at home on this gloomy day. They won't have to come out, so they're going to get the bye. Chilhowie is the 1 seed, of course, and Holston, even though they sort of fell off here lately, they've been able to hold on to that 2 seed, so they will be given that bye. And here we sit. Whoever wins this game between Patrick Henry and George Wythe plays Chilhowie. So what do you think? You think we'll see any Chilhowie players here scouting around, or you think they've saw enough from both?
They probably think it's all canceled.
They probably do.
They're probably sitting home thinking, well, we'll have to push all this back, but they better get ready because I guess Monday, as long as the rain don't hit, we'll be playing some baseball and
we'll be
softball
here
Monday.
We've got a good setup here, too. We're up here in the booth today.
Yes, we're dry. We don't have to worry about anything. Got a good internet signal, so this is nice.
It is. I like it up here. I can get used to this for the whole tournament, couldn't you?
But I'll tell you, for George Wythe and Patrick Henry, just from a coaching standpoint, when you get to playoff time, it's at the end of the year. You guys are graduating this coming Sunday, I guess, for you guys. And I guess Wythe will be graduating here very soon as well, and Chilhowie. So, you really always worry about where your seniors' head are. Are they going to be focused? Is it going to be, I want to win this district tournament, or am I done? I'm ready to get out the door, and graduation's coming. I got all this stuff going on, and I really have always thought that whoever the most focused team is going to be the team that is going to have the most success. And you look at Chilhowie and Holston, both of those teams are going to be focused because they've won a lot of games this year. They don't want to come in here and have a bad showing. They want to go back to the state finals game like they did last year, so they're actually playing for something. So it's really who wants it the most here, and I think senior leadership is a big key to that.
Yeah, see who can keep their heads in the game. On the other side of the bracket, as we go down to the bottom half, Northwood's playing Rural Retreat today. So we'll see if they were able to get that game in. I know since Northwood was hosting, I'm going to say that thing's flooded already.
I'm saying they didn't get that game in.
Yeah, I don't think. So that game is probably going to be put back, but that might hurt everybody else. That might put those teams at a disadvantage.
Yeah, what they need to do is come on up here to Patrick Henry
and play
after this game.
We can broadcast it.
And we'll broadcast it.
And the winner of the Northwood Rural Retreat game will have to go and play Holston here at Patrick Henry on Monday. So it's going to be a pretty interesting day on Monday. We'll get to see the top 2 seeds play against whoever wins these play-in games today.
Well, you think Northwood is a shoe-in to beat Rural Retreat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you would think, but how disappointing has Northwood been all year?
In everything. As we were talking about in our weekly show a couple weeks ago, how they've had such high expectations, they've sort of fell off in those. And, I mean, it's not really that they've underperformed. It seems like they've underperformed, but they've put together in their 3 seed, but it seemed like there could have been so much more.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little for a Northwood fan, it's a little disappointing. I think that they come in all their sports and you're expected to do very well, and I think baseball, they had really high expectations, and they just kind of fell short here toward it. It wouldn't shock me that if Rural Treat put together a little something today and Northwood went home.
So that's your upset pick?
That's my upset pick, yeah. I think that's probably, I think Northwood is the better team, but, where's Northwood's mind at? And, who are they going to pitch? We talked about how bad is that pitching rule affecting all this stuff that's going on.
Oh, I know, especially within the next week. That's why I was saying if that game gets pushed back.
Yeah.
How crazy? What's that going to do?
If you're Holston and Chilhowie, you're resting your top 2-3 pitchers, and you're going in firing. And if you're Northwood, everybody else, who do you pitch today? Who do you pitch? Who's George with throw against us? Their number 1? Do they throw their number 2, 3? Do they try to save somebody to go against Chilhowie?
It's either do you want to win this one with a second in the pitch and rotation pitcher, or do you want to save your one for Chilhowie, or do you want to win this one and hopefully move on? You've got to put that together first before you can make that decision. I don't know. You want this game because you can't look ahead to Chilhowie, and you really don't want to look ahead to Chilhowie. 19-1, look what they've done this year. PH only got beat by them 6-3. So these guys, I talked to them all week. I was like, well, I showed them the bracket, and they seen Chilhowie, and they liked that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good place for them to play them right there in the semifinals if they do get by George Wythe here tonight. Because I think, here today, I'm so used to these after-school games. But I think that Chilhowie matchup in the second round will really work out for them.
Yeah, and we're in the same predicament, too. We don't know. We don't have a card yet or anything. But, is Coach Cannon going to call on Skylar Williams, Shane Cole?
Skylar pitched a complete game against Northwood.
Yeah.
I don't know. In an upset game, too.
An upset game, exactly. Game. So, I think that new pitching role plays such a big role in, the from the coaching standpoint about, do you try to sneak by with your 3 guy and then save your 1-2 for Chilhowie? Or are you going to say, look, we really need to win this game. We're going to go ahead and throw our 1-2s, and when we get to Chilhowie, we'll just have to deal with that when we get there.
And if you're Chilhowie, look at all the pitchers they have.
Now, with that rule, if they pitch, they have to have at least 1 day rest.
I think it's an inning.
If they pitch 1 inning, they have to have
a day of rest.
So Sunday could be the day of rest.
Yeah.
And then Monday. Now, if you pitch more than
that's what I'm saying. If Northwood doesn't have their field cleaned up today and they have to play on Monday, what's that going? That's going to halt everything here.
Yeah.
We'll have to push everything back a day.
And that would actually benefit our pitching.
Yeah. Our pitching too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just interesting. I think it's.
And I don't think we're one of the teams that could reel off wins day after day.
Yeah.
We like to have a break in between.
Yeah, I agree, and that would be critical for all of your teams right here at the bottom, is be able to throw your 1 guy and have him rested up and be able to go Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe some rain comes Monday, and Tuesday it sets back a day. So
well, another bright spot for Northwoods, they beat George Wythe last week 3-0. Austin Robbins had 15 strikeouts in a 3-hit shutout. So if they've got Austin Robbins pitching well, they can do a lot of things.
Well, and I think for them, it's the Prater kid. As we talked about him in football, and basketball, and baseball, I think if you put him on the mound, I think Northwood has a chance to beat anybody.
And athletes are going to show up, especially here in the tournament.
Exactly.
And as for Chilhowie, last week they finished off the season 19-1. They beat Chilhowie beat Holston 19-6.
Mm-hmm.
Forrest Hagel went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. How ridiculous is that?
That's amazing.
And here's another ridiculous stat I've got. Chilhowie senior Forrest Hagel has a 6.77 batting average and 7.28 on base percentage this season.
He's not had a bad year.
That's a good year. I'll take that.
By the way, I don't think there's any place in America that has a better guy running the music than at Patrick Henry High School today.
Oh, I don't either. He's one of the best.
He is the best in the state of Virginia. He is the best in all of America.
Yeah.
So,
you might get me on radio.
Yeah, we could probably do. We'll give him a little airtime here.
When he does the lineups, we'll get him.
Yeah,
we'll have to get him. And George Wythe and PH have split on the year. the first game at George Wythe was really sloppy. 15 errors, and Patrick Henry had 10 of them.
Yeah.
And we won the Rebels got beat by a squeeze bunt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what we're going to expect today. Because the second matchup, the Rebels won 6-4, so that caused a split on the season. And so, what do you think?
Well, I think we've had some good games here with George Wythe. We should have beat them at least once, but I think that we're looking at a rainy day. I think that there's going to be some errors today. I think that it's going to be a little bit of a game like we seen the first time these teams plays. It's going to be 10, 12, 13 runs. So who can hold on to the ball? Who can make a simple plays? That's who's going to walk away today. If you just personal opinion, because the grass is wet. It has rained. Of course, we've talked about the ground soaked a little bit. So. It's little things that you have to be ready for whatever conditions you're going to play in. So,
and today you don't want to pitch but one person.
Yeah.
If possible, you want that complete game to go to somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be our disadvantage if we have to pitch 2 or 3 guys. We'll probably have to pitch 2, I would say. Because right now it looks like, who do we got in the bullpen warming up? Palmer Taylor. So
Palmer Taylor
put a lot on the line.
Palmer Taylor should be studying for my World History SOL right after this game. So hopefully he'll pitch a complete game, get a win, go home, study World History too.
Hopefully he'll lead 5 innings then, right? So he can get home and study.
Yeah. And maybe we'll give him a little history lesson today as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to. We've got a little thing to give you during the commercial break here later on. A little comparison, a little historical thing.
It looks like
Patrick Henry.
Looks like number 23 for Whiffle is warming up as well.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't have the names yet. But
it's not Michael Jordan. I know that. It's not Michael Jordan. I think he's still on the honeymoon with his wife.
Tanner
Combs.
So he's looking to be the starter here. So we'll have to see what goes on here. So
yeah, it looks like he throws a little sidearm, a little submarine action right there. So we'll see how he can handle the situation today with the weather and everything.
So you're expecting a high-scoring affair?
I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
So we're going to have pitchers running in and out?
I think we're going to have to. I think if you're going to win this game, you're going to have to throw a few people. I think you're going to have to. You win the games you can win. That's. If you take whatever it takes to win a game, I think that's what you do.
And let's be serious. How many people are going to have them beat and chill out?
Yeah, I think that's and with the. Just, you win the games you can win. Chill Howie's another day to battle,
yeah.
And that's,
you really don't want to.
You win this one, then you figure out what you can do against, that team next time. So,
it's not
by the way, I see our softball girls are doing their infield right now as they're getting ready to play. So, they also upset Northwood, and they just messed up that softball bracket, didn't they?
They did. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the softball bracket since we've got a little bit of time here. Is the game getting ready to start, or are they?
Yeah.
Well, we're getting ready to get it going, it looks like. But Holston got the first round bye as the 1 seed at the top of the softball bracket. Patrick Henry got the 4 seed. They're playing Rural Retreat right now. We'll get updates on that game as we go on because they're just across the field. They've got their backs to us right now playing. At the bottom of the bracket, so the winner of the Patrick Henry Rural Retreat game will have to play Holston at Patrick Henry on Monday. Chilhowie George Wythe is going on also today. So, well, actually, it went on yesterday. So, I don't get a score from that one. Chilhowie and George Wythe, the 3 and 6 seeds, must have played yesterday. I'm not sure who won that one. Yeah. They will go on to play Northwood here on Monday. So that's that bracket as Holston and Northwood both got.
And we got the bad bracket right there, boy. We would have really been down there with Northwood and been able to pull that upset again. And
of course, we hadn't beat Chilhowie.
Yeah.
So you take the good with the bad, and I don't think anybody's going to stop Holston this year, though.
Well, I really think that Holston, who has already been beat by Northwood, and so I think that Holston, even though they won the district, they've shown a little kinks in the armor as the years went. They don't have Morgan Lowe's arm kind of to set on, and they're a very good, well-coached softball team, but they don't have that invincible pitcher there that they had in the past to really make sure that the game is going to stay like 1-0 or something like that. So,
and it's all about pitching in softball.
It's all about pitching in softball.
There's no ridiculous rule that that keeps them from doing anything.
And we've actually talked. We talked about that the other day. I think they need to end up moving that mound back for the girls, and make that game a little bit more challenging. Yeah,
more equal.
A good softball game right now is 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, and it's just because when those girls are getting so good now, when they put them on a mound, and I don't know the distance right now, but it's like me standing 5 feet away from somebody throwing it as hard as I can and saying if you can hit it or not. So
I think it's 45 feet.
It's 45 feet,
and then the boys stretch it out to 60. So
yeah,
it never changes. So.
Take the girls, put them back about 7-8 feet. That'd make a big difference in hitting.
Speed of the pitches too. So.
Yeah.
It's not very fair to be a hitter right now in softball.
It's not very fair at all. You're right. Actually, baseball, it's much more easier for you because with that new pitching rule and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, it's going to limit the amount of good pitching you're going to see. Definitely, that's one thing different. The rain's starting to come down a little bit harder now. I can tell.
Yep.
So it's not going to. It's going to be some slippery conditions out there.
And we look, and we have our umpires here at down below us, so looks like we're getting close to game time here.
Yeah, we'll have to see what.
Who's the guy behind the plate?
See who our.
That is Tim Salyer.
So Tim Salyer will be behind the plate today, so we'll see how his strike zone is.
Yeah, and Hogoheegee, so we'll have to see what all goes on with that. Let's go ahead and start our new segment. Thank you all for tuning in to the Tournament Preview Show. We meant to do this on Friday. We just didn't have enough time. We had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Dylan, you excited about it?
I am. We're getting ready to get this game started, though. Let's go ahead and end this segment. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes as we get ready to go to our PA announcer for the opening of this game. We'll be right back. We're going to go ahead and start a new segment. Just refresh your page and click on the actual broadcast. Thanks.